just look nice because that makes me feel better. I'm wearing foundation. I did my eyebrows. I have a little bit of mascara on, a tiny bit of blush, and a little just bit of tinted lip balm. So that's what you're looking at. This is not like I woke up like this. And I washed my hair fresh yesterday. So here's what I want to talk about today, because I noticed in so many of your responses when I asked, what do you want to talk about? Hi, Finland. So many people said that they really had trouble with comparing themselves and self-love. And I read the word anxiety, I think like 100 times. And so I want to answer some questions about that. I could start by telling you what I do, but since we're live, I'm going to start to read the comments. I'm kind of reading them as we go. And I see you all. Hi, Egypt. Thank you. America for whites. Go somewhere else, please. This is the wrong feed for you. There's nothing wrong with being white. I'm white. It's great, but diversity is king, and just go somewhere else with your message of hate and exclusion. Thank you. All right. So for everyone else, I want to answer some questions about, what it is that you struggle with, or how it is that you cope or are not coping. And let's talk about that a little bit. Hello, Indonesia. Okay. Ireland. Uzbekistan. This is amazing. I'm not alone. Big hugs. Thank you. None of us are. We may feel that way sometimes, but I don't think that we are. All right. So there's so many of you sending messages and saying, hello, I'm human and so are you. Way to go. 6 strings, 24. Skin color doesn't matter. I'm human and so are you. Totally agree. Mexico. All right. Let's see. Tell me what to do when I feel that I can't do anything. Okay. So that's one of the things that I really struggle with too, right? Is whether it's you wake up in the morning with this feeling, or it's the middle of the day and suddenly you get a feeling where you just don't know what to do. You just don't feel good. Whether it's a panic starting to rise, anxiety, whether it's just a sinking feeling, you feel heavy, and you just feel like, I can't believe this is my life. Something's not right. Please, what can I do? And I have some things that I do when I have that feeling, because the idea that we can use our minds to just talk ourselves out of it, or that we can call someone else and they will just talk us out of it, is actually not what works. What works is having a plan. So calling friends, family, whoever they are, people who love you and will support you by letting you be exactly where you are. I cannot stress this enough. Reaching out to people who love you means, yes, they're gonna want you to feel better. And they might be telling you that you should be feeling better and get you to rally, but that is not the first step. And it's not the first step with yourself either. The first step is actually telling yourself and having someone else who will tell you that it is completely and utterly valid and human to feel this way. That's just part of being human, and that's normal that you feel this way. Because the cycle only gets worse if you feel bad and then you go, oh, I shouldn't be feeling bad. I should be feeling good. Look at my life. Look at my blessings. Or other people have it worse. And we make ourselves feel bad for feeling bad. Do I like songs for inspiration? Yes, Junior, I do. And that is one of the things I do, is after I validate my feelings and go, it's okay that I feel this way. And after I call someone who's going to tell me it's okay to feel this way, I do have things. And one of the things I took all these little notes. And one of the things I've written down is, in my terrible handwriting, playlist. I actually, when I feel really good, I make playlists for when I feel really bad, or when I need to be able to rally. And that includes, and I'm not joking, so I love all kinds of music. I like pop, I like country, I love musical theater, Broadway shows. I love Disney. I mean, Let It Go and How Far I'll Go from Moana and Frozen. those are on my feel good playlist. I believe in God, and so I have songs about God and some worship songs on a playlist. That playlist is called Look Up, and it's a reminder for when I need to look up and feel held and feel loved. I have a playlist called Fierce, which is all female singers, just like female empowerment that makes me feel good. So you can design a playlist for yourself. So validate, playlist, and then let's read some other questions. Music is a great tip. It is. Music actually changes. Tam Graham, my best friend. Hi, Pantages Hamilton. 1,000%. Much love from Iraq. Can I share my playlist someday? Yeah, sure. I'll put a playlist on Spotify. Why not? You guys can see all my taste in music and tease me lovingly about it. 100%. Making lists and then not finishing them and then feeling overwhelmed. And I saw, what is your religion? I will answer both. The quick one for what is my religion is I don't really subscribe to any religion. I just believe in God, and I want to be surrounded by people who know God and love God, or whatever they call a higher power. And I have never found a single religion. I was born Jewish, and I'm proud to be Jewish. I also go to a church here in LA, and I have friends of all denominations, and anyone who wants to just look up and feel loved and feel in awe, I will do that in any space where people are doing that. I don't subscribe to any one religion. What to do when you're overwhelmed by not getting your to-do list done. My sister Tova, who's a hypno coach, she's at Revel Hypno on Instagram. She actually taught me a great thing, which is we all have a to-do list, right? And one of the things that I've learned is I'm going to die, not to be morbid, but I'm going to die with things on my to-do list not checked off. If I am living a full life, I will have lots of categories of my life, and there will always be shit to do. Excuse my language. There's always going to be a to-do list, right? I'm going to die with a list that says groceries, pick up the prescriptions at Walgreens, call whoever, respond to that email. Like, however I'm living my life, there's going to be a list of things. And every day I'm going to check off some of those, and on other days I'm not. And the idea of looking at that list and focusing on what I didn't get done it's a catastrophe mission. That's all that is. You're never going to feel good about yourself or the way you're living your life if you do that. And so one of the things that I do is I have 2 to-do lists. My sister Tova gave me this. So I have my running to-do list, which is just all the things I hope I get to, and as many as possible during the day. And then I wake up in the morning, and from my Revel coaching hypno practice, what I do is I wake up in the morning and I take a quiet moment and I write down the 3 key things that I need to do today. And these can include anything from a really, really important work thing or a really important conversation I need to have in my marriage, or the laundry if it's actually really bothering me that it's piling up or I have no clean underwear, or a self-care thing because I wake up knowing that my mental health needs attention today. 3 key things, whatever they are, and I decide in the morning what those things are, and I do those 3 things and feel amazing and confident in my ability to do those things. And the other list, I know I'll do my best. I'm just doing my best. And even if I don't get anything on the 3 things done, I'm still kind to myself and I restart again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. I start again tomorrow. There's a great Ralph Waldo Emerson quote about letting go and starting anew. I'll try to find it and I'll post it. So that's my recommendation for feeling overwhelmed, like you're not getting enough done. Be kind to yourself. Make peace with the list. Just go, I'm going to die with things on this list. That's okay. Life is about living your life. It's not about the to-do list. Life is not a series of checking things off. Life is not a series of accomplishments and achievements. Life is about being here in what Mary Oliver calls your one wild and precious life. So less about the list. Someone said, you're so fucking wise. I'm just old and I've had a lot of stuff happen to me. But thank you. Thank you for being so real. Yeah, thank you. I think authenticity is really going to save us. Authenticity is what matters. I don't think it serves anyone for me to pretend that my life is perfect and I'm always happy and because I have so many blessings and because I have so much privilege, I'm happy all the time. I don't think it serves anyone. It doesn't serve me in my life to pretend that that's the case, and it doesn't serve anyone else for me to pretend that, because you'll compare yourself to me and it's not reality. You'll compare yourself to the life I put on Instagram, which even when I'm trying to be authentic, I still get insecure, right? So I might post a photo where I don't look like what society thinks I'm supposed to look like, but I'm still going to filter it sometimes, often, because I'm human, right? Having people who admire you and root for you is great energy. Yes. My friend Hank, who started adopttogether.org, which is the charity the nonprofit I'm always fundraising for. My friend Hank said, a friend of his was saying that he ran a marathon and there were people on the side, holding out cups of water and had signs. It's like, you can do it. And he said, I need to build a team for my life that's like this. I can't do it. Life's a marathon and you need all those people on the sidelines holding out the cups of water and holding the signs and yelling, you can do it. We're not supposed to do this alone. I cannot stress this enough. There's a term I like, toxic individualism. Toxic individualism tells us that you are supposed to be able to do it by yourself. You're supposed to be able to be a parent all on your own. You're supposed to be able to build a career. You're supposed to be able to get out of bed with a spring in your step. That you're supposed to move through life with the courage and the strength to do everything. Chris Crary, my husband, you're amazing. Your husband is a lucky man. Thanks, Chris Crary. That you're supposed to jump out of bed and do all those things and conquer life alone. And it's just not true. So don't subscribe to toxic individualism. One day my tombstone's just going to read tribe. You need a tribe. Hi from Greece. To know that one has lived because you have lived, this is to succeed. Emerson, thank you, Tony. I didn't have time to read that out loud, but so many fans of Twilight and Under the Dome here. Thank you so much. For the Twilight fans, I'll do one from each. For the Twilight fans, I'm the one with the wicked curveball. And for my Under the Dome fans, I'm just going to go, what the... Thank you so much. Someone just said, that's why I never unfollow you. I want to be in that support team. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're all on each other's support team, right? Like, yes, I'm an actor. You don't know me personally. I'm reading your comments and seeing your names, and I don't know you personally, right? I don't know you personally, but we are human beings and we share this earth and we share space. I always think it's so strange how we get in an elevator and we don't talk to each other. Like, I don't know you. Oh, well, you're just the person I'm sharing the planet with, right? Like, you ever travel somewhere foreign, or you're outside of your home country, or you're at a party where you don't know anyone, and it's okay to talk to people who suddenly you have something in common with, like, oh, you went to Northwestern? I went to Northwestern. I didn't personally, but I picked that. Hey, Chicago. Or you hear your language in a different country. You go, oh, are you from my country? I'm from, and then you feel like it's okay to talk to that person now because you have something in common. But you get in an elevator in a building that you work in, and you don't talk to any of the people in the elevator that you share a building with. Why not? Why is there this idea that we are not all in this together? Why is there this idea that there's these walls and these rules and these boundaries that separates us? It makes life harder. You want to make life easier on yourself? I promise you, be the person who smiles. Be the person who says hi. Don't think it's strange when someone else smiles or says hello to you. By the way, I'm not talking about making space for creepers or weird interactions where people cross boundaries. I'm all for boundaries. but you really have to, nurture collectivism. Thank you, Tony. That's beautiful. Nurturing collectivism. That's what I'm talking about. I want more nurturing collectivism everywhere, including elevators. Hugs and prayers from Oxnard. Thank you. All right. Oh, I have to slow down because Google's translating. Thank you for pointing that out. I will do that. I am the fastest talker. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that that's what was happening. I didn't even know Google could do that. While you're listening to this, my tech abilities I will slow down. Book recommendations for these topics. Yes. So I just finished You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Love that book. Help Thanks Wow by I think that it means if I love myself is to love you, or I'm gonna botch it. It says something really beautiful about loving each other and loving ourselves and others. So, and it's in Maori, which is a beautiful language and culture that I learned about when I was in New Zealand. Can I put my top books on IG? Yeah, absolutely. Oceans of Angels. I can. Who's my favorite singer? DND92. My favorite singer. It really depends on how I'm feeling. I'm a hardcore Chicks fan, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, now the Chicks. A hardcore Chicks fan. Love them. My theme song for life, like if I had to pick one theme song, it's Sia, Alive. My favorite color is black. Takmiche, I'm a Team Nomad fan. Favorite song, Completely Changes My Day. Yeah, Alive by Sia. Every word of it. Not ready to make nice. I know that feeling. My favorite food, anything my husband Chris Query makes, and including ice cream. He also makes ice cream. Ice cream is my favorite food. You've probably noticed that on my Instagram. And he makes ice cream too. Speak Arabic, please. I can't, Mohammed Anwar. I can't. Do I like Lana Del Rey? I do. I really like Lana Del Rey. How is it working with the Twilight cast? Fantastic. They're an amazing group of people. I had a great time. We had a lot of fun. I think you've all probably heard me say this before, but I call it Vampire Camp. That's what we used to call it. We nicknamed it Vamp Camp. Because we were like all sleeping in the same hotel and filming. And so, Vamp Camp was great. I miss Proven Innocent, canceled without giving it a chance. Jarby always. Thank you. I feel the same way. And I feel like the message of Proven Innocent was so good. And I really loved doing that show, and I was proud of it, and I was proud of the subjects we tackled every week. Thank you. Do I like Halsey? Love them. I love them. I love Halsey. They're amazing. Favorite exercise routine? So that's a really great question. Oh, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. My favorite exercise routine is actually two answers. One, I use an app that I'm going to promote here just because I love it, called Sweat. I use the Sweat app because it has lots of different programs I can choose from. It's not free. There are lots of great free apps out there. This is just one that I found that I love. So I use that and I just kind of follow the program. And that's my favorite. Right now I'm doing Kelsey Wells, Power with Kelsey Wells. But my favorite exercise is really whatever I feel like doing in the moment. And the reason for that is I spent forever. I spent 2.5 decades, 3 decades, torturing myself. And using exercise as a way to not take care of myself or nourish myself, but as a way to beat my body into submission. And my thoughts while I was exercising were about trying to look different and be different and trying to be smaller, mainly just smaller. And it was awful, and it was eating me from the inside out. And as a result, every workout was something I was like forced to do. And as part of my recovery from disordered eating and dysmorphia, which is where you don't see your body properly and don't are not connected to reality, when you look at your body, that's not the official. Anyway, that's just how I'm describing it here. As part of answer to that, I decided that my workout would be however I felt good moving my body. So every day I move my body. Some days that's just dancing with my kids. Some days it's a great workout. It's whatever I feel. Favorite guilty pleasure? Aha! Not to call you out, Liv, Lou, Renee. I use that expression too, guilty pleasure, but I'm trying not to. I don't have any guilty pleasures because anything that gives me pleasure, I refuse to feel guilty about. How's that? Marvel TV shows is the answer. Marvel movies and TV shows and action movies. I'm a super Marvel nerd. I like DC too because I love Wonder Woman. And I'm watching Titans at the moment on HBO. But yeah, any action thing. Hello from Russia. What would you do about extreme insecurity? Yeah, that's a big one that we all suffer from, I think, or a lot of people suffer from. I think not comparing yourselves to other people is huge. And I think that I have to go in 2 minutes. I think that's a huge question and it deserves an answer. There's longer than the time I have here. I think the main thing that I would say about that is when I say I can't do it alone, I don't just mean having support systems and friends and family and playlist. I mean whatever you surround yourself with. So I cannot combat my insecurity by myself. So I choose very carefully what gets space in my brain. If I hear someone if something's on the TV and it's getting in there with negative thoughts and it's making me feel bad about myself, I change the channel or I turn it off. Same thing with the radio, right? If I don't read things that are going to be really, really upsetting to me. Unfortunately, to inform myself, I have to sometimes, but I won't go deliberately looking for people that disagree with me in ways that are going to aggravate me. I put on great music. I'll pick up a book or put on something on Audible right away to make myself feel better. I'm really intentional about that, about what gets in my head. Okay, I gotta go because I have Cameo calls because I'm raising money for Adopt Together. I know they're expensive, the Cameo calls, but it's because I'm raising money for charity. But I am going to do a series of Cameo video chat one-on-ones for a lot less money to be able to make it more accessible to more of my fans. And so please, if you download the Cameo app and you find me, you'll get information on that there. I'm going to head over to Cameo now and talk to the lovely people who bought tickets. I love you all. And I can't wait to do this again soon. And I'm sorry I talk so fast. And maybe in the next one, I'll just answer questions because I feel bad that I didn't get to so many of them. Okay. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Bye.